This is a bit of a long listen, and thank you, though, for your kind donation as well. This is John Coltrane. Oh, what a great stream this is turning out to be. So eclectic. John Coltrane, the name of the track is My Favorite Things. Hey, Jeeves, today I'm sending you a real beast of a track. This is John Coltrane's rendition of Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein's II's song, My Favorite Thing, from the legendary 1959 musical, The Sound of Music. John and the band take this 2.5-minute track and turn it into 13 minutes long jazz epic that, alongside the rest of the tracks on the similarly titled album, took John out from the limelight of other jazz contemporaries and allowed him to truly make a name for himself. This track demonstrates the brilliance of McCoy Tyner on piano, Stephen Davis on bass, Elvin Jones on the drums, and John Coltrane on the soprano sax. So for me, this is a winter holiday track. No holiday season is complete without sipping a cocktail, listening to this track, and just melting into my beanbag chair of tranquil bliss. You've outed yourself to a beanbag chair aficionado. I love beanbag chairs. All right, let's do this, Judgment. Are you ready? Let's go, everybody. Let's just relax, and let's enjoy some John Coltrane. All right. Beautiful arrangement. It makes it so accessible to a broader set of ears instead of just pocketing it in with a jazz thing. And you're so right about the Christmas wouldn't be the same without something like this. I love the root that's happening with the bass. It's kind of giving just a slight air of I don't know how to say it, not dissonance, but somebody help me out with this. Contemplative vibe. Blocking that out beautifully. I mean, who can't hum that melody? It's so memorable. Such a light touch also on the snare work. It doesn't get a lot of love, you know. Sounds like a really old ribbon mic on the bass. Kind of got that sensual vibe. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of keeps you into this marinated grip. You know? That 2-chord volley that's happening on the left hand. Love that. This is like this arrangement is such a like a beautiful jazz gateway level piece of music for folks that are not too sure or may have work a little much to get into the jazz vibe. This is a perfect song to play somebody that's not too sure, because it takes you got to have a little taste. Yeah, I mean a little. You have to acquire. I mean, that's just a really fun 2-chord little shuffly thing going on there. But so salty, smoky played, you know. Little rim shot there. I don't know if that was on purpose, but bum, 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 bum. I love that. Got like this slow boil and roll to it, you know, bringing it to boil slowly, letting the aromas of the arrangement kind of come out. And now the way he's playing now is like every now and then he sprinkles a little bit of pepper in there, but a little bit of something, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Lisa, I agree with you on that, with the engineering. Unless it was a really big studio and they were separated. I guess it really depends where they recorded this. I'm hearing a little bit of what might be room sound as far as over-under ambience. I feel like there's a reflection on the left side from the kit. Oh, that was nice. Oh, he's having the best time right there. So soprano saxophone-ish. Do you realize this bass player's generally kept the same pattern now for the last 11 minutes? Talking about just staying in the pocket. Actually, what's really important about what the bass is doing is keeping that rhythmic, soulful kind of motion in it. It's allowing the piano and the drums and Coltrane to really move around so much. See, even through that change there, the bass was still staying on the same. It's not a tonic, I don't think. No, it would be the 5, I think. It's like the bass player saying, I'll keep everybody there. Just go do your thing, guys. I got it from right here. Let's go. It's the dominant. Old composer. Decomposing. In front of your very eyes. Right? Can you guys agree with me? The way I just ended it was exactly what this arrangement did to me. And to hear the front story of it being that this was kind of his step away from more of the traditional jazz world of his time. You know, each one of these guys, like Chuck Mangione or George Benson or Stan Getz or, you know, John Coltrane, had a song at some point that stepped out of the insanity, the glorious insanity of what jazz can really produce, and had that one hit or something that brought them into an accessible kind of audience. You know, and by them doing the arrangement off of this melody, obviously because it was so memorable, almost seemed like it would have been something where it was like, hey guys, let's do something chill. Yeah, man, I got you. Let's go. One thing about this track for me nostalgically that brings me into this, I may have mentioned to you guys once before, way back when, one of my engineering mentors was a gentleman named Val Valentin. He actually won a Grammy. And his name is Val Valentin, and he was an engineer for Verve. We're talking of the day. And a very stoic man, Spanish man, always dressed to the nines. And he'd come to the sessions and be very... And why this reminds me of something that he taught me once is one day I was doing a session, and he was leaning over my shoulder while I was engineering. And he says, Jorge. And I go, yes, sir. Because that's the respect I had from him. Yes, sir. What? He goes, let me tell you something. What is the first thing that you hear when you're conceived? I was like, what? I didn't know that was something that could be. And he goes, think about it. What do you hear? Does it have a rhythm? I had to think for a second. And the only thing that came to my mind was the heart. It's heartbeat? Exactly. Very first sounds we're programmed with is that tempo of your mother's heartbeat and a certain hertz from what the heart brings from the bass. Never lose the bass. So that was his way of telling me during that session that he wanted me to bump the bass a little bit. But why I brought that story up is because while Lisa and I briefly mentioned a little bit about engineering, I started to really lean into the sound of the bass and how important that pattern was. Now, hearts don't beat like that. If I think you'll have angina if you do, but you know, but that tempo, that tone that the bass was keeping, regardless of all the wonderful musicianship that was happening with the drums, piano, and John Coltrane playing, that's what it was. Like, oh my God, that's like a Val Valentin move. You know what I mean? And so that's where I kind of, for me, that's that vibe that I kind of pulled from it. So this is a killer stream today, guys. I'm having the best time ever. I am.